sure. We have a question now from Matt. He's a specialist out of Oklahoma City, and Matt asks, are these organizations easy to find?
You know, at the end of the day, I think like Dominic said, the resources are out there. You know, if you Google veterans or veteran support groups, or you're going to get a lot of answers. I mean, I think that, you know, like the In Their Boots page has a resource tab.
Yeah.
I think more and more we're seeing what was onesies and twosies grassroots organizations coming together with things like the Coalition for Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans to pool their resources, because they realize that veterans have pretty specific methods of finding things. So to answer the question, they're out there. The best bet, I know for me personally, when I came home, the internet was the tool that I used.
Yeah.
And usually if you get tied into one organization, they're usually tied into others.
Yeah, yeah. As far as your organization specifically, Matt, Vets for Vets, can you talk about what you guys bring to that arena as far as supporting vets?
Absolutely. I think the big piece is when we do our workshops, there's immeasurable value in giving a group of guys or gals that were in a bad place at a bad time together again.
Yeah.
To rekindle the camaraderie and the esprit de corps. I know personally, being able to be in a room with other veterans, even you and I talking today, it puts us at ease. We speak, and I think even Dominic said this, we speak a different language than the rest of society, and being in the same room as somebody that speaks the same language is very validating. And I think that when you feel validated, it's okay to move forward with your life. You know, all too often you hear veterans say, I don't want to talk about it because you wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is if you don't talk about it because they don't understand, and you don't have another veteran who does understand to talk about it, then those problems manifest themselves in places that you don't want them to. The blotter report, you got to deal with law enforcement, or you're struggling at work or with your family. So by giving these guys and gals an opportunity to give somebody that understands, you know, the opportunity to talk and listen, it takes a real weight off of their shoulders. And I think that it's an important piece of helping people come home.
No, I definitely agree, Matt. I want to thank you for being a part of the show today, for your service and the work that your organization does all over the country. Keep up the good work.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Just like Matt here and Dominic said earlier, many times it's a matter of getting in touch with these organizations and programs that are already in place. It seems like a constant struggle in the environment that we're dealing with. So be sure to check out our Solutions tab again. And while you're on the website, sign up for our updates, which will allow you to receive content on a weekly basis of shows that are up and coming on In Their Boots. Beyond that, we want to show you a clip from next week, which details the story of a Navy lieutenant and his family as he prepares to head off for another tour in Iraq. Here's the story, Departure.
We live in Prospect, Maine.
Gary and I met in college. We were both midshipmen at the University of Maine.
Here we are. We got married right after I graduated from college. My first deployment, actually, it didn't start out as OIF. It was only supposed to be a 5-month deployment. I wasn't home while my firstborn was born, my daughter Olivia, and she's 5 years old, and I missed her birth by a little over 2 weeks.
I mean, thinking about him going to Iraq and trying not to think about 406 days, I mean, that's pretty unfathomable.
And I've tried to spend as much quality time with my family as possible. And, you know, I tell myself that I need to do it, but I try not to think about why.
406 days is going to be okay for me. The hard part is for Olivia and Cole, and you think about how much he's going to miss. You know, Cole's first birthday, Olivia's first day of kindergarten, Christmas, that's the stuff where you're just like, you know, that can be very emotional.
Thanks for being a part of the show today. And we want to remind you that if you thought the content and the issues that are raised here deserve a wider audience, then help us out to get more eyes on the things we talk about here. Send video clips from our website to your local radio and television station and even cable access. And if you take action, if you do this, to spread the awareness, be sure to send us an email and let us know what action you took. We'll see you back here next week with another light episode of In Their Boots. And until then, take care.